Coming away right now.
Thanks very much indeed, John. There's the lineup. First of all, Sarah Hood, and the very famous name of McColgan lives on in English distance running. Ailish McColgan, the Scottish record holder, who's really made some progress this year. Dundee Harrier is certainly one of the main protagonists in this race. We've also got Hattie Archer, formerly Hattie Dean, and Lenny Waite, Pippa Wolven, former English schools champion. That completes the lineup of the full 15 athletes who will be going around the track. Ailish McColgan second from the left-hand side. Sarah Hood third in the 2011 UK Championships. The tall, lean figure of Ailish McColgan. 9:38.45. She's got the A standard already, and Barbara Parker, the British record holder, set a brilliant British record earlier on this year in one of the Diamond League races. She's contesting the 5,000 metres this afternoon. So Ailish McColgan will be there right at the end, I'm sure. Just looking across the field. Ailish McColgan head and shoulders above some of these athletes. Newbury there, English junior champion. She's 20 years old now. This is a tough event. Pippa Wolven there from Buckinghamshire, Wickham Phoenix. And Beth Potter, Shaftesbury Barnet Harrier right on the outside. Well, tough conditions. It's very blustery in the stadium. Every time they go down the back straight, they're going to get battered by a very strong wind. The Olympic A qualification in this women's 3000 metre steeplechase, 9:43. And Ailish McColgan just on the inside there, settling back into about third or fourth place at the moment. She's the only athlete to have achieved it, apart from Barbara Parker, who set those beautiful new British record figures in Eugene in Oregon back in June. Ailish McColgan settling back, in fact, into fourth place at the moment. Looking comfortable, just stuttering a wee bit. A lot of these athletes, they're good distance runners, but they haven't got the technique of the steeplechase quite yet. And a lot of the athletes here are first-time season steeplechasers. There aren't too many athletes in this field, actually, who've got a great pedigree of steeplechasing, apart from the likes of Hattie Archer. Of course, set 3 British records before Barbara Parker got her hands, and of course Helen Clitheroe got her hands on the British record, and 1 or 2 almost going down in the water, including Ailish McColgan.
Well, you mentioned Hattie Archer, of course, formerly Hattie Dean, and Hattie's had a horrendous sort of period with injuries. This is her first race of the year, and I think she's the one who I think most eyes are on here. Ailish, who Hattie didn't get over that first water jump very well, and had a knock-on effect back in the field, and certainly balked Ailish McColgan as well. But Hattie is setting a stall out here. Lenny Waite as well is the only one. These 3 are the only ones capable of running decent times here, really, with all due respect to the others. But Hattie is, as you said, Paul, hasn't got many opportunities. She's been coming back. Well, it's her first race. This is an all-or-nothing attempt for her, really, and it's such a shame. If you remember the last Olympics, she actually qualified for the games, was looking good, then she had a stress fracture which stopped her competing, and it's such a shame that she's never really, I don't think, been able to show what she could be capable of at this event. I think Barbara Parker's new British record, I was in Eugene that day when she did it, and Barbara really showed. I think it's been a bit of a confidence thing. She's, I hope the other girls will now follow. Helen Clitheroe we're going to be seeing in the 5,000 metres today. She's having a go at that now, but I still think it's an event that our better runners have not quite got to grips with yet. But that's, so Ailish is the one who's got just looking rather gingerly, all of them going over that water jump, but Ailish doesn't need to do anything here. She's just needs to finish in the top 2, and so she'll just be watching what Hattie and Lenny Waite are doing ahead of her.
Well, Hattie Archer from Hampshire Harriers going along at a very steady pace. Lenny Waite just behind her. In second place, the defending champion, of course, and the A qualifier, Ailish McColgan, still in third, looking comfortable. They're coming up now with 5 laps to go.
Fifth round of the women's long jump. See the rain coming down. It's been a good day so far for Jasmine Sawyers. She jumped a personal best of 6 meters 50 in the 4th round. And that is very, very good indeed. Could be an improvement. Just 18 years old, the 2011 Commonwealth Youth Games long jump champion. Also, decent heptathlete was Jess Ennis in this competition. Also, Katarina Johnson-Thompson. The Sawyers will be looking to go to the World Indoors. And that really is very, very tidy technique. She'll mature, she'll improve. But that technique, certainly one to watch for the future. Well, she loves it. She's got 1 PB already. And there's another one, 6 meters and 64. In fact, that is the furthest jump in the world this year by a junior. And of course, the World Junior Championships coming up shortly.
Well, we haven't missed much of this steeplechase confrontation. Coming up this time with 4 laps to go. But Archer, Waite, Pippa Wolven, Eilish McColgan and Edinburgh's Stewart are that group of 5 who have been locked together pretty much since the start. And Eilish McColgan, I think she's had not a troubled race, but look at this. Boozy has lost a shoe. That, I think, was taken off from an athlete that was behind her. She's still running. Anyway, Archer leads, the former British record holder and the defending champion is in 2nd place.
Well, Hattie's having a go here. She went through the first 1,000 meters on 3:18. She needed really to be about 3:15 if she's to have any chance of getting close to that A standard of 9:43. That would be a huge, huge achievement where she'd get even close, given, as I said, this is her first race of the season, effectively. And, oh, Eilish just getting clipped from behind by Stewart, just saw that. But at least she's having a bit of a go here, and I think hats off to her for that, because it would be quite easy to come and just kind of say, well, you know, I haven't had the chance to race, and I'll come and see how I get on in the championships. But she's leading them out. The pace is around sort of 9:55 pace rather than 9:45, which that's what you would do. You'd set up at sort of 9:45ish and hope you can speed up on the last lap or so. But just beginning to look a little bit tired now. Eilish, as you were saying, Paul, you know, great season so far. Remember last year, of course, when she had that terrible, it was at the water jump, wasn't it, Crystal Palace, I think, and she actually had to complete the race with what turned out to be a fractured ankle, which was a shame for Eilish after what was a great season last year. So I'm sure she's already, I'm sure in her head thinking, all I've got to do here, just concentrate top 2 and then I'm off to the Olympics.
Well, just under 3 laps to go now, and the leading group is down to 4. Pippa Wolven of the Wickham Phoenix Club, who I know very well, coached by Janet Nash. She's dropped off the back, the 18-year-old, but Hattie Archer finished 4th at the European Championships back in 2010. She had a brilliant race there. Lenny Waite, defending UK champion, 9:48 this year. And that would be a new life. Well, that is a new lifetime best for her. Eilish McColgan is there. Another very good Scottish athlete, the Edinburgh athlete Emily Stewart, who recently won the English Under-23 Championships at Bedford. So in a good vein of form at the minute. She's just tracking Eilish McColgan. Those 2 athletes know each other extremely well. But it's going to start to be a bit of a burn-up now. Nobody really has taken it on except for Hattie Archer. She's had to do all the hard work.
Eilish just looking as though this is a bit hard work for her too there, just around that top end, when Stewart, who's having a great race by the way, heading for a personal best here, the youngster, who's 20 years of age, and Eilish just looking a little bit better now. Maybe give herself a little bit of a reminder mentally to think, come on, there's a job to do here, I've got to get in the top 2, and just making sure now that she's really involved. Lenny Waite, we know, can be, well, a real challenge on the last lap or so, but I think Eilish should be able to handle that. Hattie Archer still leading them out. It's the you know, the hurdling technique, which obviously is something which they still one or two are struggling with. But you know, when you're chopping your stride into every hurdle, when you almost come to a stop over the water jump, it's a tiring event, that is. And you know, if you can develop some better hurdling technique, then you know, Hattie actually normally isn't too bad. Then it just helps you conserve energy through what is already a tough event.
Well, I have to say, Eilish McColgan early doors when she was surrounded by so many people who were taking it at quite a slow pace. As the race has progressed, and if you like, it's less crowded out there, she's looked far more fluid and far more at ease than she was earlier on, and now she's contesting for the lead with Hattie Archer with just over a lap to go, and it looks as though for the first time in the race we're going to have a new leader. Eilish McColgan has taken it on from Hattie Archer, and then young Emily Stewart has moved into third place with last year's champion Lenny Waite back in fourth, and now Eilish McColgan heads for home. Can the name McColgan once again get the major honours at a UK championship?
This is impressive running from Eilish, and Hattie sticking to her task because, of course, she wants to stay in the top two. She wants to keep her chances alive for selection still. But Eilish McColgan can enjoy these last 200 metres. Just needs to concentrate over the barriers, of course. But she can start to think already at this point about the Olympic Games because she's clear and just needs to negotiate these barriers.
Eilish McColgan of Dundee Hawkill Harriers, very famous club up in the north of Scotland. Mustn't make any mistakes now, just one barrier left before her first senior national title. And look at the distance she's put between herself and Hattie Archer, the former British record holder. It could actually be a Scots 1-2. Hattie Archer under threat by Emily Stewart. We'll update you with that in a moment, but here comes Eilish McColgan. A very impressive last lap. Just inside 10 minutes, 9:56.9. Hattie Archer just running out Emily Stewart, I do beg her pardon. The Edinburgh athlete Lenny Waite, the defending champion, finishing in fourth place, but it's all smiles for the UK national champion, and there is a very famous mother. She's absolutely delighted. Of course, Liz McColgan, former world champion on the track over 10,000 metres. That was memorable. There's the former champion and the former British record holder trying to run herself back into some sort of shape. But a good job done for Scotland by Eilish McColgan.
Yes, you know, the nerves build. You know I'm good enough to win this. I know that, you know, I'm in shape. I've got the A standard, but you still have to come and win the race. And you saw the emotion coming out there. And Liz has done a great job with Eilish over the years. And Eilish took a while to choose her event and has done really well to qualify. And well done to Hattie Archer in second place as well.
Well, I've got Eilish McColgan and a very proud mum, Liz, alongside me now, and I can see the emotion in your eyes.
Yeah.
Just incredibly proud, I'm sure.
I'm really pleased for her because she's been really sick all week and we've really had to nurture her through. She's been to doctors on antibiotics, and I'm just absolutely thrilled that she can go out there and run like that. I'm just really proud of her. Magnificent.
And incredible that you're on the Olympic team now. It's confirmed. What does that mean to you?
Honestly, just cannot believe it. After the week I've had, I clattered my knee 2 weeks ago and I couldn't train. This week I couldn't train because I had the cold, so to come out and run, I'm so happy I did it. I actually can't believe it. I'm going to rest up now, wrap myself in cotton wool and just not move.
It shows so much courage, and the way you took the race out there at the end.
I felt really good, but it's always difficult with so many girls in the barriers. It's very difficult to try and get your feet in, but I'm really pleased with that, really pleased.
And another Olympian in the family.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing to think that she's going, and I mean, you know, it could have been a totally different situation because she fractured her foot, and it was, you know, she's been through so much bother, and I think, you know, to be her coach is an honour, but to be her mother is even something else, and I'm just really chuffed for her.
Well, then on that very